My name is Bill Ruiz, talking to you training for Uniflow Prerequisites. Let's begin. My agenda for today, I will cover a Uniflow questionnaire, technical white paper, hardware specs, software specs, PDL, and a statement of work. All right. We have here. This questionnaire is so important. This document is something that we provide at the very beginning, after a demo perhaps, or maybe the customer saw a video and just loves Uniflow and is ready to sign some paperwork. But we need some information as well. So we provide the customer our information, email. This is a great statement right here that this document is used to match customer requirements with the functionality of Uniflow. We qualify the opportunity. So true. Additional discovery will be performed as the project progresses. Another true statement. It's always evolving and changing when you begin a project with software. These are questions regarding customer goals. So are they trying to save money? Are they looking for some new intelligence software, security? And they will fill out this information and perhaps provide some comments. Customer environment, this helps us with the installation. So cluster environment, a 2012 server, Active Directory, Uniflow works really well on Active Directory. Is it a mixed environment with Windows and Mac? Unix environment, I had some installs with Unix in the mix. Is it a non-Canon devices, are they printers, and maybe they're looking to get Canon. What type of printer languages do they currently have? Detailed PostScript, finishing capability, that's extremely important. Other software such as eCopy, authorized send, and another area to provide comments. How users identify themselves, whether they have a POX card, are they using PIN codes, are they in Active Directory? Some schools, students are not in Active Directory, so how do they identify themselves? This information is important to us so we can create a statement of work to define all that. Tracking and monitoring, is that important? Reporting is really important to most customers. Sometimes budget as well, but in some cases not. Cost accounting, this is important in legal market because they utilize cost centers for bill back, secure printing, column printing, scanning. This area here can be filled out, and we will know that secure printing is required. Job routing, once again, whatever the customer provides as information, we can then have a strategy of how to configure Uniflow. The next topic is white paper. I have a document documents that Anywhere provides with various white paper. I just have a couple. I utilize the Uniflow TCP port document a lot. This is a document that I email to customers or I print out and I give it to the IT guy. Basically we need ports open for communication. Basic port 80 is required if we're doing email workflow SMTP. Port 25, secure printing on the Canon image runners, port 53213, 53214 are required for the Meet client, the login manager. I know the RPS requires a port as well. So depending on the configuration, we will require various ports. So this document I provide in advance as well. When I get on site, I ask if the ports are open for the white paper, and sometimes you even have to verify via telnet. All right, hardware specs is next, I believe, and Anywhere provides this nice eyeline manual with all kinds of information, anything from configuring IIS to the step-by-step installation. Right now I'm going to cover the hardware specs. they have the minimum requirements of a single core, but I haven't seen many single core servers out there in customer environments. But I have seen dual core. I installed Uniflow in 2003 with a dual core. It was really slow, but it was accounting only, so it was functional. I always try to recommend at least a quad core, virtual environment with 4 gigs of RAM. Some more RAM, and depending on the workflows, the better, and as well as processes. Software specs. So anything from 2003 to 2012 is supported. Required software components are .NET Framework, 3.5, so Spec 1, and SQL is supported from 2000 up to 2012. So that's great news. PDL, so page description language, anywhere from UFR, Garo, is supported in accounting only. If you're doing secure printing, Uniflow requires CTL or PostScript. We also support HP, Epson, Kyocera, printer languages. Statement of work. So this document is a great document and is required to be signed by the customer. Basically, provide the customer the implementation of what we'll deliver and what is expected of the customer. Their responsibilities, providing the server or licensed server, and the requirements from Canon Solution America engineers. So right here, you could put down or write down the current client configuration or situation, and then the definition of the project. And, the stakeholders, whether it be Canon and the client stakeholders, the location, all this information is important. It lays down who and what will happen. So a lot of questions to answer. Timeline, that's an estimated timeline. Will take approximately so many days. We try to keep within those days. Description of services. You have a kickoff meeting, have the implementation, due date, and start date. That kind of information is important, and it should be agreed on. Solution type would be Uniflow, then the accepted criteria, the functioning, installation configuration, so how we would install with a SQL Server. A script may be required to create the instance in the database. Deliverables, so secure printing, Uniflow, modules, whether it's RPS or micromine, these are the deliverables that will be stated. Accepted criteria, as I mentioned earlier, functioning, Uniflow, secure printing, maybe they want mobile printing, system testing. Assumptions would be the customer providing the server, access to the server, providing a login, maybe it's a service account, local admin rights, so a lot of assumptions, but we should lay them out here in this document. We have another document that was provided by my manager, and this document is really helpful. It lays out and kind of defines information that we require, stabilizing the environment. A lot of questions that we get answered with this document, we could also put in the statement of work. Let me get back to the statement of work. So we use that Visio document there to help us kind of lay out this document. And then more assumptions. Definitely as much detail as you can put in here is important. After the install is complete, support is provided via the help desk, but I always highly recommend prescription services. We know the environment. We perform the install, so, it benefits the customer to have the person provide support that perform the install. The fee structure here, the majority majority of the time has been 60, and then the other dependency requirements. Well, this concludes the prerequisite training. Thank you, and have a nice day.